Hi there everyone. I'm excited to show you SEMCOG's newest tool, which provides information about both broadband infrastructure availability and usage by population throughout Southeast Michigan. The tool enables communities to address unserved needs in terms of infrastructure and underserved populations. To get to this application, go to our website, semcog.org, Data and Maps, Map Gallery, and it's located under the Demographics and Development section. This tool has three distinct sections. On the left is availability. This section provides a quick estimate on where internet connectivity is available. In other words, where the infrastructure is in place in order to make broadband available. The majority of this data comes from Connected Nation, Michigan. On the right side, we have usage. This section shows where households use the broadband available in their area. This data comes from the Census Bureau's American Community Survey. The middle section contains the map, which has a blend of both the availability and usage data. To begin, you can select from a number of geographies as your area of interest. You can view the data at the regional scale, or you can choose a county, community, school district, census tract, or block group. To start with, let's look at St. Clair County. Once you select your area of interest, all the numbers and charts display information for that entity. Let's look on the left side under availability. This is where the infrastructure is in place for broadband. Households where broadband is available, all three green categories on the map. Households where fast broadband is available, top two green categories on the map. Households where broadband is not available, both orange categories on the map. The first bar chart shows the households by number of broadband providers. This also has a corresponding layer on the map. The second bar chart shows the majority of households have fast broadband available to them. This corresponds to the layer in the map. The last chart shows household population with broadband available by race/ethnicity. The last section contains basic demographic data about the area of interest you have chosen. Now let's move to the map section. Within the map section, we've included a number of interesting layers. On the availability side, broadband speed. The legend associated with this layer is interactive. This is helpful when you want to focus on just one or two of the categories. The next layer that contains to broadband availability is number of fast providers. By using this tool, communities can see the number of broadband providers in their area. If there are only one or two providers in their area, they can look at the ordinances and policies to see if those are limiting providers to enter into their market. Also, this layer may help to determine if lack of competition is resulting in higher internet costs for their residents. The usage area has data for both internet and the type of devices used to access the internet, such as desktop/laptop or mobile devices. The mapping at block group level helps communities identify underserved populations at a more granular level than a community. We also map two layers of demographic data, people with broadband by race and households without broadband by income. By looking at the demographic layers, you can identify where the vulnerable populations, such as minority concentrations or low-income households, are located. These dot density layers are also interactive. The last two layers are Wi-Fi hotspots in schools. The schools layer can be used as a reference for intermediate school districts. Moving over to usage. This section provides a quick estimate on where households are using an internet service. This section also gives you usage information by various population and household groups, including broadband usage by household income and population by age or race that lack access to broadband or a computer. Lastly, we have a comprehensive additional information page that explains the questions that can be answered with this tool. Has a glossary, additional notes, and data sources. Counties, communities, and school districts can use this tool to get data for applying for grants, prioritizing projects based on need and equity, or expanding and enhancing existing infrastructure. For example, let's zoom into Oakland County and zoom to White Lake Township and turn off the auto zoom feature. And now select block group from the selection layer. There are two block groups in White Lake Township that have no broadband infrastructure. By clicking on each of these block groups, you can see how many households lack broadband connection in each block group. In this block group, 17 households are unserved by broadband infrastructure. 48 households and 29 children don't have access to broadband. When looking at this block group, while only 3 households are unserved by broadband infrastructure, 110 households and 63 children don't have access to broadband. Armed with this kind of in-depth information, White Lake Township can now formulate policies and programs that address the specific needs for broadband access within these areas. We look forward to seeing how you use this tool in your community. Thanks for watching.